One win in our last 6 games is hardly promotion material, but we are in the playoffs. Can we stay there? Let's see in episode 25 of Bottoms Up. Okay folks, as you can see from the table on screen, we currently sit 7th in the Vanarama National League. We are 3 points behind Dagenham and Redbridge, only 1 point ahead of Accrington and Halifax. Let's get into the schedule and have a look at what's happened since you were last here. So the last time you was with me, we played Gateshead and Fylde in the league, winning both games. The following game we played Ebbsfleet, got a 2-0 win in that game, George Fowler and Jimmy Mewett getting on the score sheet. Then we come up against York, who are obviously up in the playoff areas with us. A 2-2 draw in that game, Rush and Mewett getting on the score sheet there. If we have a quick look at the actual game itself, actually they took the lead through Daniel Batty in the 17th minute, but then Matt Rush in the 20th and Jimmy Mewett in the 53rd minute actually gave us a 2-1 lead, and then heartbreakingly Kai Kennedy got York the point from that game. Then we went on a bit of a run where we weren't looking good at all. We played Solihull Moors, lost 2-0 in that game. Sam Collins, one of our new signings, got sent off. I was livid. Mo Farl and Josh Kelly with a penalty, getting Solihull Moors their 2 points in that game. Then we played against FC Halifax and lost 4-2. And this was a strange old game because we went 1-0 down through Jack Evans in the 5th minute. Then we went 2-0 down through Ryan Bowman in the 7th minute. By this point, I was thinking this score could be anything. You know, Halifax doing well in the league. We could be absolutely thumped in this game if we don't start doing a bit better. I didn't have much chance to think about that because then Sidhu Odelusi got us back into it with a goal in the 8th minute. John Benton got us level in the 13th minute. At this point, I'm thinking 4 goals in the first 13 minutes. What is this scoreline going to end up being? But then Halifax's class showed, and if you look at the shots, I mean, they had 23 shots at goal, 14 of which were on target. An XG of 3.65. I mean, 4-2 actually probably makes it look a lot closer than what it was. We were terrible in that game. One of the worst performances I've seen from us all season. And then we played Chester and got a 2-2 draw in this game. John Benton got a penalty for us, and Charlie Hughes in the 81st minute getting us the 2-2 draw. They had Bennett and Mayo scoring for them. Then the game after that, we played Altrincham, another 2-2 draw. I mean, we were doing pretty well scoring 2 goals. We just couldn't do much defensively. And as you can see from this one, Benton again on the score sheet and Charlie Hughes. We actually did go 2-0 up there, and then Altrincham come back through Crankshaw in the 40th minute and Farrell in the 74th minute. Then in the most recent game, we played Chelmsford, and this was probably one of our easiest games of the season. A comfortable 5-1 win. Jaden Dixon getting on the score sheet, along with Sam Collins getting a beautiful hat-trick, and Charlie Hughes also getting a goal. We had 2 penalties in that game, as you can see. We were much better. You know, it was a much better performance all round from the team, just looking at this as well. Collins, I feel, really can be a good player for us. Izquierdo, our other new signing, is doing okay. You know, the defence could help him out a bit better. And Luciano, he's doing okay. Neither of them two are flying at the moment. And Sam Collins, you know, obviously got the red card, which hasn't helped. But we have been playing John Benton on the left-hand side of midfield because I don't want him out of the team altogether because he provides the free kicks for us. He can take a penalty, you know, and he's just generally a really good creative player. And our performances tend to be good when he is good. So what I now want to show you is some transfers. If we have a look at the released players, where are they gone? So as you can see, Taylor Cohen I've told you about previously that I released. Craig Fasson-Maid I've released as well. He was on a non-contract for us. I'm trying to get the wage budget down so we're back on parity again. And then if we go to all transfers, Ollie Eagle has left to go to Barrow. And obviously we brought in these 3 previously as well. Looking at the wage budget, we're not quite where we want to be, but I'm thinking, you know what, we're £13 overspent on the wage budget. We're massively exceeding expectations. So I'm hoping that the board will look favourably on me for that rather than decide to sack me because I've got overspent by £13 a week on the wage budget. Okay, let's get into today's game. Before we get in there, drop a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. Really helps the channel, really helps the videos, all that sort of stuff. Subscribe as well, turn on notifications if you like what you're seeing. And let's get into the game. So the team for today's game, I'm just checking I've selected it properly beforehand, and I believe I have. We've got Izquierdo in goal, Vaz and Luciano left back and right back, Skura and Dixon in the middle, Gyamfi at the base of midfield with Blackman and Collins in front of him, Benton and Murray out wide with Hughes up front. I don't know why I'm not playing Matty Rush. I think it might be because Matt Rush has not been playing particularly well previously and Charlie's come in and scored a few goals. So, do you know what? I'm going to change it back. I'm going to put Rush in because we are playing Aldershot, who are 4th in the league today. So we need to have a best striker out there, I feel. And hopefully we can have a good game. Even if we can just pick up a point from today's game would be a good result for us. So that's our reason for only one win in our last 6 because we drew the one before that as well. And let's get into it, folks. This is episode number 25. And I think the series is coming on nicely. I think we're doing well with Aveley. You know, I certainly didn't think after what will be nearly 3 seasons that we'll be challenging for promotion in the National League. And I'm kind of looking at the moment, tossing up whether I want to go to another club or not. I know it's been something on my mind for a little while, but I just can't quite make up my mind because I'm loving what we're doing here at Aveley. And I would love this to be a one-club save. But at the same time, the main aim of this save is for me to be the best manager in world football. And I might be very old and very grey by the time that happens. And Matt Rush has scored. It's going to stand. Aveley are red hot. Jimmy Murray with the assist on that one, I believe. And that's a 1-0 lead for us at home in front of nearly 1,500 fans. We've got a good attendance for this one. Aldershot, I'd imagine, have brought a good amount of away fans with them. So yeah, it's something I'm not really looking. I've not looked to see whether there's jobs available and all that sort of stuff. I'm just tossing the idea over in my mind because in my head, with how well we're doing in the National League, you'd think there's going to be at least a League 2 club coming for us. And we've just gone 2-0 up. Jimmy Murray with the goal, Matt Rush with the assist. He's returned the favour. So yeah, like if there is an offer that comes in, I'm just thinking, do I want to take it? Do I not? Because I know in the summer is going to be another really hard transfer window. And we've kind of scraped through the previous transfer windows. I don't think I've done a particularly great job. I think I've just about done good enough. And we just need to sort of like have it clear in our minds what we want to do. Because what I don't want is that a club from League 2, for example, or League 1 comes in for me and I'm suddenly caught by surprise and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Although that probably is what's going to happen. But so we're 2-0 up against Aldershot. We're into the time where I'd usually make substitutions. I'd say when you look at the stats, we're pretty much good value for our lead as well. I don't think we've been poor. So Edwino Vaz, I think I'm going to take off for Bailey Berry. And John Benton can come off for Wes York. I did discover, like, between episodes as well, that Jaden Dixon's actually very accomplished and very good at centre-back. I thought he was just a right-back. So Luciano coming in doesn't mean it's going to be the end for Jaden Dixon, which is good news because, you know, he's here on loan. We are meant to be developing him for his parent club. And it'd be interesting to see if we can maybe get him back on loan next season as well. Or maybe even if he's out of contract, I think he can come to us on a free. So Aldershot out, they're through. Oh, they've hit the post. Tipped onto the post, I think, by the keeper. I'm going to give the credit to the keeper there. They still have the ball, though. They're coming towards us with it. If we can keep pushing them back, that'd be great. And we've defended that really well. I don't want to jinx us, but it does look like we're defending very well in this episode. Right, Ryan Blackman can come off for Nanakai because Ryan Blackman's not particularly had a good game. What would be quite interesting is what do you guys go by for the ratings in terms of good, bad and ugly sort of thing? You know, I kind of think anyone that's a 6.5 to 7 is having an average game, nothing more than that. Oh, we're through. Where's York with a goal? Third of the season. It's 3-0. It's game, set and match now, I'll call it. Yeah, so oh, hang on. They've got an highlight now. I don't like that. So, yeah, I kind of think anything from 6.5 to 6.97-ish is they're having an average game. You know, anything below 6.5 is when I then kind of think, okay, they're getting into the territory of being poor now. Whereas I know some people only will say if they get a 6.0, they're having an average game. Anything below 6.0, when it goes into the red, basically, that's when they're having a poor game. So let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think it's below a 6, or do you agree with me, or, you know, what do you think of it? Because it's something I'm usually quite steadfast on when it comes to making a substitution. If someone's 6.4 and below, I'm thinking, yeah, I need to get them off the field. Right, win the ball back. Nanakai, searching ball out wide. He's not going to find anybody. There's 4 minutes of stoppage time to play. We've played one of those minutes already. I'd like if we didn't concede. It'd be really nice to get a clean sheet because, like I say, we've defended really well. But they score. Oh, you sod. I'm trying to think of a polite word then. And there you go, 3-1. That is a fantastic result at home against a team that is chasing promotion. They're 4th in the table. There they are. We've just got ourselves a little bit closer to being able to get into these promotion playoffs. And I think what we'll do now is we will move into the next game, which is against Tamworth down here. You watch us go and lose against Tamworth now that we've just beaten Aldershot. Okay, so before we get into the game against Tamworth, just want to show you this, that Matt Rush has become the record league goal scorer for Aveley. The 58 league goals scored by Matt Rush in his Aveley career is a new record. The previous record holder was Alex Akrofi, who scored a total of 57 goals for Aveley in his playing career. If you know who Alex Akrofi is, let me know, because he's not someone that's obviously in the game now, so I don't know how old that name is. What I also wanted to show is, talking of Matt Rush, I'm kind of loosely making plans for next season in my head. And he's obviously 24 years old, so he's got plenty of time to go in his career. And when we look at his history, he got 11 in 29 league goals for us, 11 goals in 29 league games in our first season with the club. That was with an injury hit season. He was out for 3 months. Then last season he was on fire, 29 league goals in 44 league games. And this season, step up from the South to the National League, 18 in 33. I think it's a very equal kind of ratio. Obviously, these are the ratings. 7.18 last season would suggest he was much better. Got 7 player of the match awards, 7 assists. He is out of contract at the end of this season. He's on £775 per week, which, if we look at our squad, he is the top earner in our squad. Now, for me, a striker that's banging in goals for you is absolutely worth their weight in gold and worth the money. If we're in the National League, I'm kind of thinking if we can get him to have a little bit of a drop on that, then maybe we will keep him, probably will. But if we do get promoted and we go up to League 2, is it really going to be a step too far for Matty? Kind of the same with John Benton as well. Would it be too far for John Benton? You know, there's a few players whose contracts run out at the end of this season. Jimmy Mewett, Charlie Hughes, Wes York, I mean, he probably will be gone. And Jaden Dixon, who will probably return to Sutton. Although I think I will try to get him to come back because he's 4-star current ability and 5-star potential. So I probably will, and he is only 19 years old, I think. Yeah, 19. So I will look to try and get him back on loan again. He's got 1 more year after this year, remain on his Sutton contract. Okay, so let's get into the game. And we played Tamworth, as you can see, our 23rd in the table. They've only won 6 games all season. Thankfully, one of those wasn't against us. So let's get into it. Opposition instruction turned on. We're not going to go cautious. We have made one change, and that's that Nanakai comes in for Ryan Blackman. So the team for the game is Ischiardo in goal, Vaz left back, Luciano right back, Skura Dixon in the middle, Giamphi, Kai and Collins in the midfield, with Benton, Mewett out wide and Rush up top. Let's get into it. let's pick up the win, a second win in a row, a double win episode like it was in the previous episode. Tamworth, as you see, have been in appalling form. And we should be confident, not arrogant or complacent or anything like that, but we should be confident against Tamworth. Yes, we are away from home, but we are by far the better team, the more informed team. There's only been one shot on goal at the moment, which is from us after 20 minutes. Oh, we've had a shot on target. There you go. That's a bonus. And it's going to be a free kick. This is Benton territory. He can score from here. Oh, it's over the bar. I really thought he was going to put that in. I've seen him score a few of those this season. And I really thought that was going to be another one to the tally for John Benton. I'm going to kind of do a Legends of the Series kind of list, I think. And I think John Benton, along with Matt Rush, will definitely be on that list. Nana Kai will probably be on there as well. Not because he's been phenomenally successful or anything like that, but mainly because I just love Nana Kai. I don't really know why. I trust him. I love him to bits. I really do. And I just think he's been a great player in this save so far, for me anyway. Let me know in the comments who your favourite players of the save have been. Is it someone I've already let go? Is it someone that's still at the club? Is it one of the new arrivals? I wouldn't imagine it's going to be a new arrival, but right, we need to do something because we're not getting any opportunities at the moment. So Gyamfi is going to come off for Blackman because he's tired. I was going to put Matt Rush on the left, but no, we're going to take him off for Charlie Hughes. That'd be the only substitution for now. We've got one more up our sleeve should we need it. Benton with the free kick to Blackman. It's over the bar. Right, one thing I am going to do actually is in possession, we're going to take work ball into the box off. I'm not going to put shoot on site, but let's just kind of leave it up to them to decide how they're going to do it and see if maybe that gets us a goal. Might help us get a worldie like other teams tend to score against us. But we're not really getting anywhere here, folks. This is turning into a disappointing performance. We only had one shot on target. Do I bring Wes York on? I think I'm going to bring him on for Jimmy Mewett. Last throw of the dice, as they like to say. Tamworth have the corner. Oh, thankfully that was straight to Izquierdo. I mean, to be fair, Tamworth deserved to win this. They've been the better team. There's no doubt about that on pretty much every metric. They've been the better team. 3 minutes of added on time. We have a throw in. As takes... That's not a penalty, surely. It is. Oh, here we go, boys. This could be the chance. Hughes will take it. Oh, you clown. You absolute clown. Right, you're going in the summer. You ain't staying. Vaz with the throw. Can't believe he's missed that penalty. And that's it. It's a 0-0 draw. Oh, Charlie Hughes. You are not in my good books. Okay, so we've drawn the game. We stay 7th in the table, thankfully. We have got a game in hand over Dagenham and Redbridge, but they've got a much superior goal difference. To be honest, if we finish 7th, I will be delighted with that. We're meant to be down here by the relegation zone. So the fact that we're up here, we're no worries about getting relegated. Even if we end up around here mid-table, I'll be delighted. But we've got to push for promotion. We've absolutely got to. So what I will do is, not scouting schedule, I will play the rest of these matches off camera and I'll come back to you for the last 2 games of the season against Gateshead, who are 13th, and Yeovil, who are 14th. Both home games. And let's see if we... So, obviously, today's Friday. It's the weekend after this. And so this will be in episode 26 on Monday. If we get to the playoffs, I will probably split them into 2 episodes because the quarter-final, semi-final type thing would be in 1 episode and the final in a standalone episode if we get to the final. So we have got a transfer special coming up at some point next week. We will start season 4 next week. But that's the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, all that sort of wonderful stuff. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.